Hi, welcome to part 5 question tags. Dear students, today I'm going to give you an extraordinary piece of grammar topic, especially question tags. In this topic, we will be learning the indefinite pronoun and how it plays a very decent role in forming question tags. Before this, I would like to ask you to get acquainted with the words that are called indefinite pronouns. Basically, what is the list of indefinite pronouns? If you know that list, it will become very much easier for you to manage with this topic. If at all you get any task or question from this particular area in the examination, it is going to be easy for you to identify the answer. Just take a look at this table. Here, somebody, someone, anybody, anyone, everyone, everybody, none, nobody, no one, these, those. These words are actually called indefinite pronouns. If any one of them is used in the sentences, like nobody attended the meeting, someone has lost his purse, nobody has called for me, those are my belongings. You could find these words. They are called indefinite pronouns. The tag, formation, or making should be different. Basically, when we make a tag, we need two important factors. Number one, subject of the pronoun. Number two, verb. Why is it necessary? Verb paves the way for the better choice of helping verb. We can pick the best helping verb, suitable helping verb if we understand the tense. I mean the verb in the sentence. Now, primarily please pay attention to this. THEY, they, comes at the end of the sentence. Usually, subject of the pronoun takes place at the end of the verb. But since these words are the subjects and what kind of pronoun should be selected is the major question. In that particular context, if you have any one of them in the sentences, such as somebody, someone, anybody, anyone, everyone, everybody, none, nobody, no one, these words are called indefinite pronouns. If any one of them comes in the beginning of the sentences, as how I have written on this board, your choice should be only they. You need to understand they should be used at the end. Nothing can be used. Why they? What is the necessity of using this word? It is for gender neutrality. It is to establish the gender neutrality. We pick or else we use they at the end of the sentence in making a tag for any one of the sentences or statements that are formed or that begin with indefinite pronouns. I'd like to ask you to be very thorough with this list. Please practice them, internalize them, and be better and be good at these words. Please repeat after me. Can you? Somebody, someone, anybody, anyone, everyone, everybody, none, nobody, no one. And these words. Finally, let us count the number of indefinite pronouns. With the help of this topic, we are going to fix the problem of indefinite pronouns. Usually, we may possess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 words have been introduced. Be familiar with them and get ready to deal with this task. Now, we have understood indefinite pronouns come in the question tags concept. When they come, always the subject of the pronoun should be they. The subject of the pronoun should be they. Why? Because it is to establish gender neutrality. It is to establish gender neutrality. Now let us solve these 4 tasks or problems which have been given in the text. Please open the page number 207. In this we have these examples. Let us try to make tags for these 4 different sentences. Nobody attended the meeting. I have encircled the verbs here already. These are the verbs and these are the subjects. If attended comes, what is the tense in it? Past simple tense. That means it is V2. And the required helping verb, or possibly the helping verb which we might probably pick, will be did, did. And what is the nature of this sentence? Is it positive or negative? It is negative. How do we know that? Because it begins with nobody. Nobody attended the meeting means they did not attend the meeting. That is the point. So we have to start with helping verb. It is in negative form. Now we should write positive. So the answer will be did. After the helping verb, what is the primary thing we need to use? We should use the subject of the pronoun. The subject of the pronoun is always they. So did they? Question mark. Next, someone has lost his purse. What is the tense in the sentence? Has plus V3. Lose, L-O-S-E, lose, L-O-S-T, lost, L-O-S-T, lost. This verb poses some challenges. Usually, we say, this is extra information, L-O-S-E, L-O-S-T, L-O-S-T. I would like to give you another list with the same pronunciation. L-O-O-S-E. And I can't keep in the same track, but a different word. L-A-S-T. L-A-S-T-E-D. It is two different it has two different applications. What are they? In fact, and another confusing word is LOSS. LOSS. Please take a look at these words. Because we have got this verb, I am giving you extra information. Pay attention, have interest to learn. The pronunciation of this LOSE is lose, lose. So it is lose. But quite contrary to this, usually the learners or the speakers in English do pronounce this as lose. That's wrong. Okay, it's not lose, it is lose. And it is the verb form. It can be V1, V2, V3 for our convenience. We just classify them like that in order to understand the tenses of various times. Lose, lost, lost. The pronunciation of this one is lost. Can you say that? Lost, lost, lost. Let's get back to this. L-O-O-S-E. How is this pronounced? It is pronounced lose. What is the difference? There is a difference in terms of spelling, but there is no difference in pronunciation. So, lose, lose. When you say it, the listeners would not be able to identify the difference. But when you use it in a sentence, they would understand. The grammatical property of this particular word is noun. This is noun. L-O-S-E is noun. L-O-S-E is verb. This is extra information, okay? There is nothing to do with question tags topic. Since this word has come, I am giving you extra information. And this one, L-A-S-T, last. This is, I have given two branches here. It is an adjective and it could be verb also. It could be a verb also. For example, when is the last program in your college? When is the last program? Last in the sense, final program. So if program is noun, any word which is used to describe noun before that is called adjective. So it is an adjective. And verb. As a verb, we can also use this to convey sort of information about the time being operational. For instance, I have bought this marker. When I purchased this, I asked the seller, how many months would this be useful for me? What did I mean when I asked this question? its longevity. I asked it's about its longevity. So the answer of the seller or the shopkeeper would be it would last for a month, and you need to refill the marker with ink. He would say that it would last means it comes for a month. If you don't even pour the ink in it, it would still be useful. So when you mean to ask about something and its life or lifetime, probably you can use LAST. It lasts. It will last. In the past tense, it lasted. I purchased this a year ago. It lasted a year. It lasted about a year. To convey the approximate period of time, I would use about. Okay. Now let us discuss the pronunciation between LOST, LAST. This is lost. This is last. Last. Lost. Last. Identify the difference. A thin variation. Slightest difference. You also try to say that, you would feel it. Lost. Last. Lost. Last. Lost. Lasted. Lasted. When you have the endings with the D, you may probably have to use this way. Tid. Lasted. Not lasted. It's lasted. Lasted. Okay. And another word I have introduced, LOS is loss. Usually we know in business there would be two probabilities, gains as well as losses. So this is again a noun form. It is loss. Now please look at them. Lose, lose, loss. Lose, lose, loss. Be very mindful about the pronunciation. If you don't, maybe you are going to use bad English. I have given you some extra information. Let's get back to this point. Someone has lost his purse. The sentence begins with indefinite pronoun because we learned this word from this list, someone, and it is in present perfect tense. Number 3, what is the form? Positive sentence or negative sentence? It is positive sentence. It should be written in negative tag. Okay. Then the tag ends with they, because any indefinite pronoun which is used in the sentence, the tag will have an ending with they. This is the fixed rule, universal fact. Now you have to, it is present perfect tense. You have to already helping verb is present. The same is used, has, and it should be converted into negative. Then it will become a contracted form, hasn't. It ends with they. It's as simple as that. Do you feel so? And nobody has called. Again, this is present perfect tense, has plus V3. And nobody, when you have a sentence which begins with nobody, then it is a negative sentence, and the tense is present perfect tense. Now, negative sentence should be used with positive tag, or we make positive tag for a negative sentence, and it ends with they. So, has they. Those are my belongings. So the sentence begins with indefinite pronoun. This is present in this list. Those, then the verb is are. This is positive or negative. This is a positive sentence. There is no negative sense being conveyed in the sentence. So we have to use are. And a negative sense can be brought to be by adding these inflections, suffixes are, and apostrophe t, aren't, and any sentence that begins with any one of the indefinite pronouns must end in the tag with THUY they, so they. Did they? Nobody attended the meeting, did they? Someone has lost his purse, hasn't they? Nobody has called for me, has they? Those are my belongings, aren't they? Friends, we have used all of them according to the sequence, but there is a mistake in these sentences. Can you guess what the mistake is? We have picked the helping verbs as they are because they are present in these two sentences. they fall under some mistakes category. They are actually the mistakes. First one is okay, correct one. Second one is also, fourth one is also correct, but there is a problem with the second one and third one. Have you guessed what might be the problem in these sentences? The problem is with the appropriate selection of helping verb. I have just been waiting if you could find the fault with these sentences. If you have found, you are good at grammar, because can we ever keep the combinations of has plus they? For instance, I have, we have, you have, he has, she has, it has, they have. Now you can easily identify the problem. They is being present in this list. These are all pronouns, 7 different pronouns. For they, which one is used? Have. So when we have has, have, both of them are used in the present simple tense context, present tense context. They mean the same. So there is an important discussion when you are asked to use they at the end of the sentences. You should also be mindful and conscious about the appropriate selection of the equivalent helping verb. Though it is has, the equivalent helping verb which is fit or suitable for they is have. Now we have to modify. Hasn't becomes haven't, and has they becomes have they. These two are to be repaired like this. I believe you have got an idea on indifferent pronouns in the question tags category. Dear student and the viewer of this valuable English lesson, I am so pleased and happy to share my knowledge that I possess on the area which I have chosen to be my cup of tea in my life, that is English teaching. I love to give you the ideas or tips and mostly the betterment which would be useful for your future efforts in order to settle well. If you really need English, I'm happy to do that, but you have to make sure that you are prepared and ready to learn English with heart. If your choice is not to learn English only for the sake of marks you are learning, you are not going to become perfect in English. You have to love it, and you must pay attention consciously. English learning has never been difficult for people who have made a lot of progress in this area. Uh, Only the factor which drew them was the passion. Passion. If you have got the passion, sky is the limit. Nothing would be impossible. Okay. With this, I would like to take leave of you, and do share this video lesson with your friends and among your communities. And please be good students and good citizens, because we always want others to do something for us, but we never think about our responsibilities. There are two things: rights versus responsibilities. If you want mom to make cashew nuts upma, we should also be helpful to her in the morning. If you want dad to give us money, gold, or security in life, we should also listen to him. So let us listen to parents' words across the journey of this student life, and also be committed to protect and safeguard the integral values of your college, university, wherever you are, because we are responsible to protect our communities and country. Good luck. Have a great time.